So today I want to warn you about two issues that could come up if you're a podcaster using Spotify.
And now, a look at what's trending in the podcast world and how it can help your show. It's the Jag Show Podcast.
First off, when it comes to hosting, Spotify for Creators used to be Anchor until Spotify bought them out. Could be Spotify for Podcasters. You may know it as many different names. They offer the ability to host your podcast and have your podcast live on Spotify for free. And they promote the heck out of it. They really, really do. But the problem with this is all your eggs go in the Spotify basket. If Spotify is your distribution and it's your host, what happens when they have an outage? Nobody can get your content. That's why I really like using an independent podcast host, something like Simplecast that I use. There's also Libsyn and so many others. That way, if Spotify goes down, people can still get your podcast on Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, YouTube, you name it. Now, the other issue, and this is a bit more recent one, is putting your video on Spotify. And the problem is in the analytics. And this may change down the road, but for right now, it's an issue. If you put your video on Spotify, the problem is the video analytics in Spotify all stay within Spotify, within your own dashboard. It doesn't combine with the metrics you're going to get from your podcast host. So again, the issue is you're now combining metrics from all kinds of places. You're getting the audio downloads from your RSS feed in one corner. You're getting YouTube views in another corner. Now you're adding Spotify views to that. If you're really concerned with your metrics and your downloads, maybe you have to report KPIs to your boss. It's really difficult to get it from so many different places. Now, Apple, you may have heard, is working on a technology, and it's being rolled out now, where Apple Video will play in the Apple Podcast Player from the RSS feed, and users can toggle between audio and video, depending if they're walking the dog or home on their computer. But until Spotify really fixes that problem and figures out how to integrate their video into your RSS feed, you're hunting all over the place for your data. Now, if you're doing a podcast for fun and maybe data isn't as important to you, or maybe you don't want to pay for a host and you're okay with the occasional outage, you don't have a bottom line or a boss to report to with it, maybe it makes sense to host on Spotify and put your video there. But for folks who really are concerned with downloads and metrics and potential outages, beware the siren song of Spotify. If you enjoyed today's content, please, of course, share it with a friend. And if you have any questions about podcasts, whether it's improving your show or it's starting a show from scratch, be it audio or video, please reach out. I'm always happy to have a conversation free of charge. You can find me at jagpodcastproductions.com. The email is jag, that's me, at jagpodcastproductions.com, or you can give me a call at 313-757-2JAG. Later.
Feel free to share this episode with someone who might enjoy it. And for help starting a podcast or improving your current show, find Jag online at jagpodcastproductions.com.